Hey, Patrick. You know what's funnier than part two? One. Part three. Now, with that totally not unfunny recurring stolen gag out of the way, we can get to the recap itself. So, where we left off, they had squared up and surprised some mercs. Well, to say they made quick work of these guys is an understatement, as they beat the shit out of these guys. There's a moment for discussion, and it turns out these people aren't necessarily villains. Whether they're good is another debate entirely. However, they have no quarrel with the party, as it reveals these are just contractors with a company called Drawn Enterprises, and were sent to investigate the cave mouth for real estate reasons. You know how it do. They did not find anything, however. One of the mercs, the only one not beat up by our heroes, Crag, guides them. And when she shows them the area, she's like, it's a dead end. Here's the kobolds we found. We killed them. And Toyzer's like, that's interesting. You missed the secret entrance. And Toyzer immediately runs off. The other party members notice, as Toyzer runs through it, the cave had been intentionally carved to hide the entrance at an angle that made the darkness hide the natural entrance. And so they chase after. Toyzer, with Jar and Lena in tow, immediately get rigged by an oil trap and lit on fire, surprise round style, and they are attacked by 2 armored mercenaries, 4 rogued cultists, and 2 little draconic-like quadrupeds that are small. Well, not small, but like medium-sized, like little dragon dogs. At first, our heroes don't have the upper hand, but do take matters into their own hands and manage to win the day. Ending with Toyzer killing a fair bit of the cultists with a tentacular spell. And this does not go over well with most of the party members, as they are also struck by it. While Toyzer is getting a lecture, Jar and Zen tie up the baddies, bringing them outside to leave with Geth, who is waiting outside, and Toyzer gets a little lecture. While Zen and Jar are out having their little talks, Zane, Lena, and Toyzer are left inside, and they hear footsteps. Both Lena and Zane go to hide. Toyzer jumps in the box, and 3 more lightly armored mercenaries appear in the room, looking around confused and looking at the box. They open the box to see a kobold, are immediately struck by tentacles, and an ice knife from Zane, and are like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? This kid is weird, and immediately grab Toyzer. So, oh dear, oh my, Toyzer is kidnapped. However, with a brief chase, they find the hiding place of these thugs, who have tied up Toyzer very quickly, and quickly, like so fast, just beat the 3 of them up. 2 of them are left unconscious and charred, left to die, and Zen stabs him in the stomach, leaving him just conscious enough to talk. And he spills the beans as well as his own blood, as he tells them that there are 2 people here. Dalrin, who is a newer cultist here, and takes care of the mercenary, kind of hires the mercenaries and whatnot, and Korn, a priest of sorts, with unclear intentions, and he says he knows exactly where the kids are and gives them directions to the barracks and prison room alongside the down the hall from the entrance. With this, the characters are growing a little more suspicious that there is something afoot, especially Lena, who seems extremely nervous. So they opt to go talk to some of their captured baddies outside with Geth, and get one to talk specifically to Lena, and she asks what's going on. He reveals, this young cultist reveals that Archpriest Korn seeks to create a weapon using the literal souls of the people he's captured and destroy an angel that he has locked up in a shrine within this little dungeon. The exact intentions are a little unclear, probably power. But the cultist talks no more, claiming they'll have to kill him to get anything more out, and they're just kind of like, yeah, that's great, kid, and go back to free where they know to be the prisoners. Oh, I forgot to say, they also got the location of where to get into the next level of the little mine, where the shrine is. If they go down the same hallway that they chase the thugs down, there's a secret chimney that they can go up and get to the hallway that leads to the shrine. But yes, without further ado, they head to the barracks, which is right next to the prison where the prisoners are kept, No, Dahoy, of course they're kept there. I love speaking English. Anyways, um, and they come across two more cultists and a mercenary. Mercenary surrenders immediately, seeing he's outgunned, while the two young initiates fight and are instantly just knocked on their asses and tied up. The merc says, "Hey, just watch out. There's two fanatics in there. They're pretty fanatical. Watch out." And they're like, "Thanks, bud." Oh, he also points out the portcullis trap, which Toyzer is amazed by. Basically, when the portcullis is raised, it triggers a stone that falls, and it can be reset easily because it's on a pulley system. Alas, they undo the pulley, go through the portcullis, and are met with two dragon claws. People with regal robes and shoulder pads like dragon wings, and especially spiky masks. In the center of the room, they see the four prisoners they have come to save: Carver Semelli, Rethan Brightaxe, Arnold Hacker, and Evan Tariki. All four of them shackled there in the center. Surrounded by a mud pit, which Toyzer identifies as another kobold trap. It's solid mud with caltrops underneath. It tells the other characters to watch out, or they'll get stabbed. However, that's not too much of an issue, as instantly the two dragon claws are like, "Hey, fuck out of here," and they're like, "No." And negotiations ensue. There's two of them, one slender and one larger, and the larger one does most of the talking, and they negotiate terms that Zen will square up with this guy and kind of leave it at that. After a hard-fought battle of Zen almost getting defeated, she does manage to kill this guy, and they manage to free the prisoners while the fight is going on, while the two cultists are distracted, and the other one, kind of giving up, lets them go, and they start exiting, leaving the new saved prisoners with Gaff, and make moves to take a short rest, and that is where that session ends.